I'm planting a seed. I'm saying the same thing I've said 2 or 3 times before, but I'm saying this for a reason. Okay, in Luke chapter 6, well, it says, begin in verse 17, Jesus came down from the mountain. He stood in the plain, the company of the disciples, and a great multitude. A great multitude of people came out of Judea and Jerusalem, from the seacoast of Tyre and Sidon, and they came. Now, the reason they came is very important. I've said this before, but I want to say this again to really get some spirit. They came, number one, to hear him. Number two, how many want to hear what the Spirit is saying? Yes. Now, let me put this. Let me explain something to you. Church is not coming and hearing some dead meaningless ritual about a historical Jesus, going home and thinking that's Christianity. We're going to meet with God such a way our life would change. Okay? And if someone comes, they don't want theirs, I want mine. Do you want what God has for you? Okay? I don't want to come in and out of church one day, let alone 1 week, let alone 1 month, let alone 1 year or decade of my life, and not meet with God such a way my life would change. That's what we're here today, that the kingdom of God will come and be established within it. So number one, they came to hear. And I want to, we want to be real careful, because if we've been saved a long time, we'll come and we'll hear someone speak, but we never really hear what the Spirit is saying, because we become very dangerous after we've been saved 20, 30, 40 years. We become comfortable hearing the stories, and we will subconsciously say, well, I've heard that before, I know that. Well, we've heard the story, but we don't have the power that is imparted in that story. And until I get to the place that the dead are being raised, I got room to grow. Amen. How about 1 or 2 of you? So they came to hear. That's why I want to hear. Now I want to get to the place raising the dead. I've seen some signs and wonders and miracles, but I haven't seen the dead raised through me yet. I want to get there. Okay, they came to hear him, and to be number 2, to be healed. How many want to be healed today? How many got something they want to be healed of? We're going to pray for the sick. The whole purpose. I'm gonna preach for a while. Amen. A while.
That's right. Read the word.
I'm gonna preach for a while, and then we're gonna pray for the sick and oppressed. Okay? Amen. We're gonna pray for the sick to be healed. We're gonna pray. We're gonna cast out devils, and baby falls over dead. We're gonna. I may practice on you today. Amen. Amen. All right. They came to hear him to be healed of their diseases, and they came to be delivered of unclean spirits. I want to be delivered today. And they were healed. And the whole multitude sought to touch him, for there went virtue out of him. Okay, so in a little bit we're going to be saying 2 words. What do you think we're going to be saying? And they're going to. Okay, so that's virtue, okay? The word virtue there means miraculous power, ability, abundance, strength, mighty work, something mighty, something violent. And so the kingdom of heaven is the violent, the energetic, but taken by force. God calls it a miracle. Whenever you say in the name of Jesus Christ and command this demon to come out, the demon comes out. God calls that 3 times in the Bible miracle. Okay, in Mark chapter 16. In Mark chapter 16, I want to just share this real quick. In Mark chapter 16, he says these signs, which means these signs, wonders, tokens, miracles. These miracles shall follow them that believe. In my name they shall cast out devils. They shall speak with new tongue. They shall take up serpents. They drink any deadly thing. It shall not hurt them. They shall lay hands upon the sick, and they shall recover. So then, verse 19. Then after the Lord had spoken to them, he was received the heaven. So Jesus then, he tells them that these signs shall follow them that believe. So then he ascends to heaven. And he was received to heaven, and he sat upon the right hand of the Father, and they, the disciples. You know, disciples, the pupil, learner, student. So, are there any disciples today? Yeah. Are there any disciples in here? Yes. We're all disciples. Who wants to be in church and not learn, not receive, not be taught? Yes. Okay, it's a pupil, a learner, or student. Okay, when you get saved, we are enrolled. We are enrolled in the school of the Spirit, the school of the ministry, the school of Calvary, the school of Christ, the school of the Spirit. We are enrolled, and God pays the tuition. And the Holy Spirit will teach us and guide us in all truth. The question is not, is the Holy Spirit teaching? The question is, how teachable am I? Am I willing to receive? Or am I going to poof on my chest and say, nobody's going to tell me what to do? Okay, they went forth, so they, the disciples, they went forth. And they preached everywhere. What happened? God working with them. Okay, now, how many say, These signs shall follow them that,
Oh, yes.
I may believe. Okay, these signs shall follow them that,
Believe.
is that you? These signs shall follow, do you believe?
Yes.
And these signs shall follow,
Them that believe.
not a select few.
Yes.
These signs shall follow you. And the Lord working, the word working, working with them, the word working means to be a fellow worker. That means to cooperate. Well, how many want God to cooperate with you? That means for God to help you. Okay, the Holy Spirit is called the helper. Okay, so the Holy Spirit, the helper, is going to help you. See, when I rush on in my own energy, my own strength, we're operating the realm of the flesh. But when we ask God's help, the Holy Spirit is going to help us. Okay, so you know, the Lord working with them, confirming the word with signs follow. How many believe that whenever you witness, you counsel, you pray, you prophesy, you minister to people, how many believe that God's going to confirm the word that you preach and the word that you speak with signs and wonders and miracles following? Okay, 1 Corinthians chapter 1. 1 Corinthians chapter 1, and this is by way of review, chapter 1, verse 26. You see your calling, brother, that not many wise men after the flesh. You know, I'm going to come back to that. Let me do that later. Okay, let's go to Mark chapter 4. How many believe before you see it?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Word.
Okay, some of what I share with you today is going to be quite familiar with people that's been here quite a while. It's going to be, it may be quite new to people that haven't been coming here very much. So there was a prophetic word today about the milk of the word. Okay, so some people that are going to be milk, some people it's going to be meat.
Yes.
And so if you've been here a while, you're going to be familiar with this, but there's a different aspect to this today. Okay, in Mark chapter 4, we're going to pick up the story around verse 35. And when the same day, when the evening was come, Jesus said to them, let's go over to the other side. Now, look right here just a minute, because I'm going to tell you a whole lot what's going to happen right here. Okay, this G stands for Gadara. Okay, that's what we call the Gadarene demoniac. Okay, Jesus is at one place, and the Gadarene demoniac is at another. Okay, I'm going to explain something to you right here, is that there's somebody here in bondage, and Jesus is over here. God's over here, and he said, we got to cross over to the other side. Now, between point A and point B, there's going to be a storm. Now, here's what I'm saying to you. There's people in bondage, and God's raising different people up to be deliverance ministers. And if you're going to be raised up by God to get the people that are in bondage, to bring them out of the tombs, to bring them out of the cemetery of the world, if you see, you're going to have to go through something. Somebody right now, so if you got trouble, somebody going through something to get to you. You may be going through something to get to other people. That's what you need to understand. Okay, so the Gadarene demoniac is here. We're going to look at Jesus over here, and he said to the disciples, we got to get over there. Okay, so you're going to see he's going to come all the way from where we're in to the other side of the lake. He's going to come over here because the Gadarene demoniac. Okay, so remember now, he said it must go through Samaria, the woman at the well. One person. Okay, he's going to go through something for one person to get to the person. Now the key we're going to see some different reasons here. Let me just say that for a long time I preached Mark chapter 5, and that really did connect the storm. I didn't connect the storm in chapter 4 with chapter 5. In the original, there's no chapter division. It just tells a story, and the only reason the chapter and verses there to help us know where they're at, so you could find certain things. Okay, so verse 35, the same day when the evening would come, Jesus said unto his disciples, let's pass over to the other side. And when they sent away the multitude, they took him, even as he was in the ship, and there was also with him other little ships. And there arose a great storm of wind, a great storm. Now, to get the people that are in great bondage, now I'm tempted to steal my own thunder here, but if you're going to get to someone for a major breakthrough, expect demonic, satanic adversity. And what this storm that you're going to see is demonic and the satanic. I can prove it by the scriptures here just a little bit. Okay, there arose a great storm of wind, and the waves beat into the ship, and so that it was now full. And Jesus was in the back part of the ship, asleep upon a pillow. and they awoke him. I need to say something, okay? I want you to understand, the message today, I'm not trying to press anybody that I know the word, that I have an anointing. The whole purpose of my message is to bring you to a place to receive signs and wonders and miracles and healing and deliverance. That's the whole purpose. We're not going to send you home. We're going to bring you to a place. I'm going to preach to bring you to a certain place that you would receive healing, deliverance, restoration, freedom. That's why I played that song, Break Every Chain. There's a story behind it, but the Spirit of God told me today to play that song, Break Every Chain. And that's what we're going to do today, change the bondages so that you can leave here changed. Something's going to happen in your life today. Okay? Something's going to happen in your life. Okay, so there arose a great, verse 37, there arose a great storm of wind, and the waves beat against the ship, and thou big full. Jim was in the back part of the ship, asleep upon a pillow. And they awoke him. You ever been going through something and you're going like, where's God?